friends, I'm the owner and founder of SJA Aesthetics. I've decided to put some of these videos together to kind of give you a bit of a behind the scenes of SJA and for you really to know the person behind the business as well. Today's video is going to be a question and answer. We're asking for questions that you might have in relation to SJA Aesthetics or any treatments you might have seen or just anything that makes you curious. As I can remember, I have absolutely loved beauty, with it being with hair, eyelashes, nails, hands, the lot. And as soon as I was 18, I went and got my lips done, and that was when the love really began. It was about 2 years ago, I'd say, when I really started thinking about, I'd like to actually work in aesthetics, but I had such a big fear of needles and injecting someone's face. So I can have tattoos, piercings, filler, Botox a lot, and it really does not faze me. But then as soon as I go to have my bloods done, it's a completely different game. I literally pass out and I'm done. I'm no good with it. So I used to worry thinking, oh my God, me injecting someone's face, blood was not a good combination. So it was probably about a year and a half it took me to overcome that fear. I think I've got absolutely nothing to lose just by looking into it and seeing what my options are. So as some of you might have seen on my Instagram, I graduated from university last year from biomedical science. So this really gave me a really good base knowledge of the body. So all the anatomy and physiology of the body and the face, which is key for aesthetics. I've worked in the NHS as well, so I have a medical background. It just made it so much easier for me to just transition into aesthetics and learn all the important stuff. So it was last year that I signed up for the course, and January that I decided I did all my training on facials. So that was dermaplaning, microneedling and LED light facials, along with phlebotomy, which is blood taking. So I took that course in January and passed, and then I spent the next couple of months doing facials on people, really building that confidence up and really building up SJA from scratch. And then lockdown happened. So during lockdown, I did all my theory work that needed to be done for aesthetics, all my assignments, all my exams. And then as soon as lockdown was over, I was able to go in and do my practical work on live models. And that course was a week long, which allowed me to learn Botox and lip fillers. So then when I passed, I then went straight out working, like doing lips and Botox on people and really building that knowledge and confidence up really. And then it was only like a month after that I realised I really need to up my game with lips. I was producing nice lips, but they weren't like lips that would like wow on Instagram, like wow, they look amazing. So I decided to do a lip advanced masterclass course, which taught me all different techniques and how to pinpoint certain things with the lips, like Cupid's bow, border, all that. That was really, really interesting and taught me so many things. And that was really when I was introduced to Russian technique as well, and really built my knowledge on that. So after that course I went away and then started creating like better lips that I was really happy with. But then I noticed that everybody was asking for Russian technique lips, and I was doing Russian lips, but they weren't like the ones I was seeing on Instagram. And I was like, I really don't know how to get that Cupid's bow or border like that. Like, what is the secret? So I decided to sign up for additional training in Russian technique with a Russian doctor. And it was incredible from start to finish. It taught me everything that I needed to know. It really opened my eyes because I didn't realise there was so much to consider, like needle size, all the type of filler that you're using, and where you inject it, where not to inject it. Yeah, it was just a really good course for me to do. And then I decided to do my advanced training on derma fillers, which is all your contour packages and your tear stuff that you might see me advertising. That I absolutely love doing because I know these treatments are so in demand. Myself, I have them done, so many people have them done, and it was like something that I knew I wanted to have at SJA. This is a hard question to answer because it really is down to your pain threshold. Everybody is different. Now, like I said before, when it comes to Botox and fillers and tattoos, I'm fine, I'm okay with that. But then as soon as it comes to a blood test, I'm really bad with it. So with every dermal filler treatment that I offer, I do prep the skin and then put Emla cream on to really numb the area before we actually start. Everybody is different. I think it's okay. I've had girls that have said it's slightly worse. I have a lot of girls come to me as well that are newbies, that have never had lip fillers done before or any aesthetic treatment of any kind, who are absolutely petrified because they might have watched like a YouTube video or on Instagram, they might have seen something go wrong or lots of blood, and it really isn't the best thing to do, but people do it. So they come to me really scared, expecting the worst. I always book an hour with every client, so we have time to do a really in-depth consultation. We have plenty of time to numb you up. There's no rushing. We can take our time with the treatment if need be. Any questions, they're answered. You feel reassured, and I have time to calm you down and give aftercare. So yeah, the most thing that I actually do here is, oh my god, it really isn't that bad. I expected it to be worse. I think because we make it to be a lot worse in our head, than when we actually get it done and you have it done, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, it's not as bad. Or people that think it is bad end up coming back anyway for more. So I always think to myself, it can't be that bad, or it's one that you forget about. I offer various facials. I also offer lip enhancements, including Russian technique, Botox, anti-wrinkle injections, full packages, so that is your jawline contouring, chin enhancement, cheek enhancement, a liquid rhinoplasty and tear trough filler. And I also offer fat loss injections. I do also have some new treatments coming to SJA. It's going to be about January, February time, so keep your eyes peeled. These treatments are hot at the moment, like especially one certain one. Everybody wants them done. They're all over Instagram, and I've actually had it done myself as well. So yeah, I'm really excited to start offering that at SJA. I've seen on my Instagram, I work from various different locations such as Warrington, Colne, Stockport, Leeds and Sale in Cheshire. I do occasionally work in South East London as well, I work around in that region, but with the tears at the moment and everything going on, I've not been able to get down recently. This is such a big topic at the moment on Instagram, and rightfully it should be as well, is adverse reactions. Now, unfortunately, adverse reactions can happen to anybody, whether they're a medic or a non-medic. There are techniques out in place that you should abide by, like aspirating before you inject the filler into the lip. Always checking capillary refill as well. Before any of my clients leave, I always do both of them, literally, even once the lip's done, I'm still double checking the capillary refill. Unfortunately though, sometimes there is a small percent, if you do use these techniques, you still can have an adverse reaction. And an adverse reaction I'm referring to is simple terms, is when you're injecting the filler into the lips, you have such vital vessels and arteries running through all throughout the face, especially the lip. There is the small chance that the filler can enter into the vessel, and by inserting the filler, it will block the vessel. In doing so, this will stop any oxygen and blood getting to a certain part of tissue on the face, usually around the mouth. Usually you'll start to notice this with bruising or blanching, or if you do a capillary refill, you'll hold down the area for a bit and then you'll notice that it's taken a long time for it to refill and for like the pinkness to come back into the skin. That's usually like a couple of the signs that you can see from it. If, say, this does happen and it's left, it then can lead to necrosis, which is actually the death of the tissue. Because it's got no blood or oxygen going to it or any nutrients, the tissue just dies. Which we do not want. So it is really important when you're booking a treatment with a practitioner that you do your research and you make sure they know how to deal with adverse reactions, they know how to identify it, and they know how to deal with it. Every practitioner before working should have an emergency kit, a first aid kit, and know how to deal with adverse reactions. I went away and studied adverse reactions, so I know what to look out for and I know how to deal with it if it does happen. I think 100% that is a topic in itself that should be done. Unfortunately, there are some practitioners out there that probably don't have as much knowledge as they need on adverse reactions, because maybe their course might have not covered it in depth or whatnot. I know I went and did an additional course on it just so for my like peace of mind. I felt okay doing it. If something was to happen, I would know how to deal with it, and it really does kind of ease you a bit. Obviously, it's still a scary procedure, and you do feel bad when you bruise someone, like, but it's knowing how to deal with it and what to look out for. SJA, I would love to grow SJA even more, get my name out there. New locations, new treatments coming, as I mentioned before, which is exciting. And yeah, just really build SJA. Personal goals, I would say, is I really want to build on my own self-belief. So as I can imagine, for a hell of a lot of people in 2020 was not a good year, physically and mentally, due to the lockdowns. And I feel like this year I really want to reverse that. I really want to work on me, rebuild that, and just make sure I am happy mentally and physically as well. Definitely, it's so important. And probably say what my last goal for 2021 is: get my own little flat and renovate it to exactly how I want. Definitely. All the questions for today. If you have any more questions that you'd like me to answer, just pop them below in the comments. I'll be more than happy to reply back. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and there'll be some more coming soon. Thank you very much. Bye.